that vision, that goal, the dreams that you had as a child, your inner child at this moment into this cycle is all being protected. So your visions, your dreams is being protected and shielded at this time. So welcome everybody to our sky, our story. This is Astrology of the Sky, where we use the visible sky to interpret our astrology. So if you don't know, and if you are new, it is not mainstream tropical astrology, because that is off by a few degrees purposely to bring us off center. There's more videos down below which explains more, but this is all in alignment with the sky, and for me, logically, it just makes more sense to use the actual sky, because that's where astrology happens. But my name is Kelita Sahliah. Obviously I'm here, I'm just behind the camera. I am a mother, I'm a real angel, and I do dabble in crypto. So do make sure you check out my Crypto Angles podcast, where we use astrology of the sky in alignment with the crypto market, because X marks the spot. And I do always say, though these are where the luminary positions will be on the 18th of February, don't believe me. Don't. Check for yourself. Google it, get an astronomy app, or grab yourself a calendar. There is 10% off if you type in Lumin 10. So this one starts in April and this one finishes in March. But let's start the video anyway. If you are new, the order of the video, we usually look at the transits that's happening this cycle, then we look at the moon transits, and then we do some tarot clarity, some tarot. Oh, we've got the moon in reverse. We do some tarot clarity to clarify all of this, and then we come back to the present moment, because the present moment is all that matters. So we do go from the day of the sun, while I find it, the day of the sun till Saturn's day, Sunday to Saturn's day. And I already mentioned the inner child at the beginning of February, where I go over how the luminaries support you for the month. So that is available on Patreon. It comes out on YouTube for 48 hours, and then it's available on Patreon after that, and it's donation based. So if you'd like to see how these transits happen at the beginning of each month, then join me over there. Okay, feel free to join me over there. But I'm just, no, I can leave that. Let me just put this here for now, and we'll get into the transits. Also, if you notice at the bottom, I have put the numerology of the month, just to kind of keep in mind what the energies of the numerologies are. I do go over the numerology at the beginning of every month. So the first energy update video at the beginning of every month, to break down why I've gone into this numbers, and it is an 1111 portal. So I'll tag that video, make sure you watch it to get a deeper insight. And with how the luminaries support you, we synchronize every single luminary together in alignment with the numerology. So make sure you're around for how they support us in March. Okay. So there's 3, because I do 3 numerologies. Again, go and check that video to know why, or to see how I do it. But it is an 1111 portal in February. Okay, so the transits anyway that's happening, we have 2. We've got child transiting, and we also have Mercury transiting. Now, child isn't in this calendar. It's not in it, but we have been covering child. That's child, but it is in this one. Okay, so we can follow our inner child, which mainstream astrology doesn't really do, not in the standard transits anyway. So let's get into it. So on the 18th, we've got child moving into Scutum. Okay, have you heard of Scutum? And then, of course, on the 21st, we have Mercury. Moving into Aquarius. So this is Scutum. So on the new calendar, so on this one, it is there. You've got Scutum. So it's an interesting one. So it's basically a shield. Okay, it is a shield of protection. So that's why I said what I said at the beginning of the video. Child, it represents our inner child, and it's amazing the placements or the constellations it's moving to after this. So it's other ones that aren't really noted in mainstream tropical astrology, but remember there's 88 constellations in the sky. So Scutum and Child going into Scutum. So Child is moving from Serpens. So Serpens is part of the Ophiuchus star constellation anyway, but just to make it clear it was in Serpens, I drew 2 of the wiggly lines. So it's basically the Ophiuchus and Serpens energy that our inner child has been in since when? For a while. Excuse me, confirmation, but because it entered Ophiuchus a while ago, and then Child, it moved just further up into the Serpent. So basically our inner child has been in this energy of transformation, because that's what Ophiuchus along with Serpents is about. It's about transforming. Ophiuchus is linked to magnesium on the periodic table. So it's linked to magnesium. This is the sustainer, generator of energy, literally within our body. It generates energy, new energy to transform. So our inner child has been in that. It's moved more into Serpent, so it's definitely more about that transformation energy. You know, depending on your point of view, you could see as the Kundalini rising, the Chrism oil, but ultimately it's a transformation. Like the Serpent, we're raising the energy up, and that's how our inner child has been operating, okay, to be able to hold more data within our cellular memory. So that's why the Ophiuchus constellation is important, and unfortunately it's just kicked away in mainstream tropical astrology, but it is important because it's the part of the zodiac wheel that allows us to transform, to hold more data within our cellular memory, meaning we open up and can interact with more frequencies because we've got more space. Okay, we've got more space, we open up. But of course our inner child has been in that place of transformation. So if you were generally working on trying to transform in any way, changing things, working on different things, you know, you could have known your own personal transformation, but that would have been pleasing to your inner child, and you would have been co-creating with your inner child if you were being in this space of transforming. Now after this transformation, Child is going into Scutum. So after this transformation of potentially transforming, so you have more capacity to live out what you're ready for. As you've transformed, you've got more space, you've opened up more into more frequency bandwidths, so you can literally live out and interact with what your inner child has always wanted to do. Okay, now this transformation and what your inner child wants to do, you've got the space now, you've got the energy to do it, and you're now being protected. So your inner child, your vision and everything is literally in the frequencies of being protected. So what's that telling me? It's telling me that your goals, what you wanted, what your inner child wanted, what you want, is being protected so it can happen. And when it moves into its next sign, it's just even more mind-blowing. But of course, before we get into that, it needs to be protected. So your vision is being protected right now so you can live it out, co-creating with your inner child. And that's just it's mind-blowing to me. It's super mind-blowing. So that's why I'm happy I include the child in all of this as well. Do let me know if you are here, if you like this. Please give a thumbs up on the video to help out. But yeah, your inner child, your visions, your dreams is fully being protected at this moment. The transformation you have gone through, what you're ready to live out, your vision, is being protected so it can happen. Okay, it's being protected. And now we've got Mercury moving into Aquarius. So Mercury is all about energy exchange. That's the big umbrella term of Mercury. It's all about energy exchange. And this covers communication, your thoughts, even the communication you have within your body, so how your cells communicate with each other. It's the Mercury technology, and it's money as well, because Mercury is Hermes, the winged god, the messenger, and it covers or controls, rules money. So all the fake monies, that's cryptocurrency, that's digital money, that's paper IOUs, coins, all of that stuff is all Mercury, all fake money. Okay, so keep that in mind. We obviously will cover more of money when it comes to the Crypto Angles podcast, so do watch that. And I saw 11:11 on the timer. 11:11, this 11:11 portal, and I feel I'm definitely feeling it. I was so low yesterday, and then my day ended just beautifully. But Mercury, how we're exchanging our energies, moving from Capricorn, so it's moving from this exchanging our energy in ways where we're focused more on long-term goals and stability. So if you were probably pay attention to how you were communicating around this time, have you been for a bit more focused on where you want to go, what you want to do, exchanging your energy in ways, so whether that is you thinking about something, giving money about something, investing in certain things based on the long-term goal. But now we're moving from this long-term goal of exchanging our energy into this Aquarian energy. So Aquarius is very sociable in nature. It's very sociable, very networky. It fuels the 11th house, and both of them represent air. So Aquarius, though it is the water bearer, it is air. And Mercury is an air element as well. So I feel things might pick up a bit quicker at this point. So from the 21st to the 22nd, in terms of how you exchange your energy, things may move quite quickly. Now, I also want to bring up the 21st and the 22nd. I went live on the 10th of Feb talking about Venus and Mars conjunction, the lovers finally meeting. Now, they will be on top of each other, the 21st to 22nd. Do go check out the live to know more of what I've said, but they're going to be on top of each other. And of course, they are also in conjunction with, where are you? Pluto. Okay, and Mercury, pretty much. But mainly Pluto, Venus and Mars are conjunct together. So do check out that video. But that's when Mercury is obviously moving into Aquarius. So Mercury being in this Aquarius, as I said, things may pick up a bit quicker. You may, when it comes to literally communicating your thoughts, maybe quite quick. it may be quite quick. You may get a lot of thoughts about who you want to network with, who you want to socialize with. You may get a lot of thoughts about your own unique ideas, because Aquarius is fueled by Uranus, okay, the father of electricity. So you operating through this Aquarius energy with your thoughts and how you exchange your energy has the potential to bring about sudden change. It can activate the electric change in your life. So do pay attention to your thoughts, what comes up about, I'm going to say strongly, your unique ideas. Okay, this unique idea could even be a collaboration of who you want to talk to and communicate with. And I find that super interesting because I'm going live on TikTok with, I don't know if you've heard of him, on the 25th. It should be the 25th. If anything, if it's not then, it's while Mercury is in Aquarius. So there's just no coincidences. But Bit Shammy yeah, I don't know if you've heard of him on TikTok. We're gonna go over like some crypto stuff. He's gonna interview me. So yeah, no coincidences. But that again, that's communication about what unique ideas I will be sharing, how I use astrology in alignment with the crypto market. That's a unique idea, okay? And I'm communicating, I'm exchanging my energy with this in a sociable, more networky collaboration way. So obviously that's my life, but link this to your own. This may not be a collaboration for everyone, it may not be a network. It could literally just be home, friends, family, you know. But ultimately, I do want to say, bring awareness to your thoughts when Mercury enters Aquarius, because you may have had sparks of unique ideas. Why? Because Saturn is in Aquarius anyway. So potentially you would have been working, spending a lot of time on this unique idea. Now we're exchanging our energy in alignment potentially with what we've been spending quite a lot of time on. All right, so as I says in my monthly videos, that's available on Patreon after 48 hours. Well, only available on Patreon after 48 hours. I synchronize them all together so we get a holistic view. But yeah, unique ideas popping up quite a lot. So keep in mind if that happens, how you communicate and exchange your energy, who you spend time with as well. It may be coming in quite quickly. As I says, it's air, but that's what I'm seeing with that. And I find it interesting how these two synchronize together as well, because when it comes to our inner child and our vision that's being protected, the way we're thinking and possibly how we're exchanging our energy, communicating with people, how we're literally spending our money, will help protect our inner child, how we're exchanging our energy with this unique idea. Because more than likely our inner child has this unique idea, this dream, this goal, this vision that it would like to do, that it's been wanting to do. And when we're ready to exchange our energy in this Aquarius energy, that can bring about that sudden change. It can bring about that sudden change for our inner child, and our vision is being protected from this unique idea. But that's what I'm seeing there. If this resonated, if you see any elements in your life of this, do let me know. And yeah, so let's get on to the moon transits now, and we'll see how the moon will be operating. So as you can see, the moon does start off in Taurus, and then on the 19th the moon moves into Gemini. Using different colors today, people. On the 21st we then have a Cancer moon, and then the 22nd we finish off with our Leo. So yeah, and I just find it interesting. I just have to say, as we're getting this 1111 portal energy, 111 when it comes to our inner child and our goals, visions being protected, our dreams, we're going through this portal and we're being protected with what we're about to do. So that's just wild. But the moon, anyway, the moon is the mover of our emotions. It gets our energy in motion, our energy is moving. It puts our energy in action, basically. So this is from how you feel, your gut instincts, your feelings, your intuition, and it's from that you then act on something. And this act, when you're acting it out, you see it through the lens of the sun, in alignment with your sun sign. And of course, pay attention to your own. I do offer birth chart readings as well, all details are below, but you see it through that lens throughout the act that you do, from how your energy has moved you, your emotions, and then from you putting that out, something will be attracted to you, and when that's attracted to you, again, you see it through the lens of the sun. So that's how the sun and moon technology work together. As I says, I see this as technology, as we are light fractalized and then densified into matter through the periodic table of elements. L are the gods. So that's how I see it. It causes reactions within our body and so and so. That's how we are in alignment with nature. But the moon, our emotions, are moving us on the 18th, or from the 18th, in this Taurus energy. And I mentioned in my last video, Taurus is the toroidal field. So it is the toroidal field. That's Taurus. So it's like we're birthed through the waters of Pisces, then the fire element kicks in with Aries, this newness, and from this newness, this direction you're ready to go, we enter the toroidal field. So from Sunday, and I believe it transits, when does it transit? It transits on Friday. It transits into Taurus on Friday. So basically, when you're watching this, it's that day. Like the next day, it comes out at night. So you will be in this Taurus energy from tomorrow, of entering into a new toroidal field. So from tomorrow, basically, up until Monday at some point, a little bit of Monday, our emotions, our energy, will be attracting new things into our toroidal field. Yeah, we'll be attracting new things into our toroidal field, because that's how it works. That's how energy works. So our emotions, how our energy moves us, will be moved in a way of these new experiences that have come through. Okay, so yeah. And our emotions, the way our energy moves us, may be wanting to use our six senses. Why? Because Taurus is fueled by who? Venus, which is all about the material, our six senses: sight, touch, taste, hearing, smell, as well as intuition. So our emotions will be moving us in a way to use our six senses to interact with new experiences, different experiences, to come into our toroidal field for this 28-day cycle before we go and attract new experiences, before our energy is moved in new ways. But at this point, our energy is being moved in a new way anyway, and we experience that, and then it all happens. It happens over and over and over and over and over again. Spirals and spirals and circles. So that's what I'm seeing. And then the moon then moves into Gemini on the Monday. So our emotions will be moving us in this Gemini energy of energy exchange. So Gemini is fueled by Mercury. So it's air sign. These are messages. It's energy exchange. So from how we've like drawn new experiences to us through how our energy moves us through Taurus, we are then going, our energy's moving us in a way to exchange our energy with these new experiences. Okay, because that's Gemini, it's energy exchange. So this, again, it could come up with conversations, it could come up with what you're spending your money on, your thoughts as well, based around this newness that has come into your toroidal field. You're now exchanging your energy. Your emotions are moving you to act in a way, to communicate, exchange your energy based on what's come in these new experiences. And then after you've exchanged your energy and how you feel about exchanging your energies around these new experiences that are coming in, how your energy is moving you in this new way, the moon then moves as Aquarius moves in, as Mercury moves into Aquarius, the moon moves into Cancer. So after you've exchanged your energy in a certain way, how your emotions have moved you to exchange, your emotions will then move you in a way to recognize what is important from this energy exchange. Okay, Cancer is known as the crab. It fuels the fourth house. It's about home and family. Ultimately, it's about what you want to nurture, protect. What you want to nurture and protect. Paused. What you want to nurture and protect, because you realize from this energy exchange what's important. So it isn't just home and family, but it's also what is important that you want to nurture and grow from this energy exchange after new things have come in. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know of a lot of people, and I don't know of anyone who explains this in this way. So if you do find this explanation interesting, how I synchronize it, do let me know, and like the video, share. It would superly help. But after you've recognized this thing, your emotions, your energy is moving you in a way of like, okay, this is important, this is what I want to protect, this is important, and I want to nurture and grow this thing from the moon then moves into Leo. So it's like, once you feel like, yes, this is important to me, I'm nurturing this new aspect that's been added on. And even though I say we enter into new, it's not like we wipe away all the old. It's kind of like constantly adding on, spiral and spiral as we go up the zodiac wheel. But once we recognize this is what we're ready to protect and nurture, our emotions will begin to move us in a confident, bold way about what we truly find important, from how we've exchanged our energy after we've brought in new experiences to use our six senses for. Okay, because Leo, it's the sun, it's the I am that I am. It's just bold in nature, courageous, knows what it wants. So our emotions at that point may be super bold. Now, this is a full moon. So this is a full moon. Well, it's not actually. Not on the 22nd. The full moon is on the 24th of February. So the moon will still be in Leo. Most likely getting to the end of Leo. Confirmation burp. On the 24th, when it is a full moon. So let me just put that. Which color? Purple. So full moon in Leo, 24th. So we are, this whole cycle, as the moon is moving, this whole cycle, we are in this full moon energy. We are we're transitioning into the full moon energy. So the moon, more than it's hidden, is going to be more illuminated. So it's just growing and growing, getting more illuminated as time goes on. So when the moon is illuminated, your emotions are moving you more in a way, your energy is moving you more in a way on your just gut instincts, your intuition, literally things like that, how you feel, because it's illuminated. So the way you're feeling is just clear. You need less logic and reason behind it, and it's more just like, oh, it's just clear. So again, probably a bit more quicker movements, acting on things a bit quicker because you're trusting more of your intuition. And it's fully illuminated in this Leo energy. So confidence, the way you're gonna just show up, knowing who you are, what you're about, what you want, is going to be fully illuminated intuition wise, how you're feeling. So I feel this is just in alignment, even with our inner child being in Scutum and Mercury being in Aquarius, because we're recognizing we're entering into this new field of energy that we're ready to experience our senses with. We're exchanging that we're recognizing what's important to us, and then we're showing up confidently with the Leo energy on how we're moving our energy, all in alignment with our inner child, the vision that's being protected. And we're going to be moving confidently in knowing who you are, being sure of who you are, what you want, and also this unique idea with how you're exchanging your energy. And this could well be linked to what, again, you've been spending a lot of time on, what you've been putting consistency, discipline, and structure for. But you're ready to just shine boldly in that unique idea. And this unique idea is part of your inner child and your vision. So that is what I'm seeing there. And again, all in alignment with the 11/11 portal of the energies of February anyway. We're ready to just show up boldly, confidently. We know what we want to nurture, protect, and grow. We know how we're going to exchange our energy based on our inner child's vision. Yeah. Do let me know if you did like that, if it makes sense, if you see that in your own life. Let me know as well, like stories. Yeah, I do read all my comments. It takes me a while sometimes to get back to them, but I will get back to them all. But let's tap into the tarot to clarify all of this. So take a deep breath with me. And exhale. This tattoo, by the way, it says agape, means unconditional love. And I generally feel that you kind of become what you tattoo on your skin. So quite like that. So while I'm doing the tarot clarity, I just want to say I am going to be going live. If you've made it to this part of the video, do join me live on Saturday, where I'm going to talk about, I felt a lot more people. I went live last Saturday talking about Venus and Mars conjunction and Pluto. So, and I went on in the day, whereas the other time I went on about 4 p.m, but I went on about 12. So I'm going to go on probably earlier. And we're going to talk about how these luminaries actually have been impacting in our lives, because I see this like breaking away from mainstream tropical astrology. I do generally see this as technology, and ultimately this is all a test, people. It's all a test. We're seeing how these truly impact our lives. So I'm going to go live and I'm going to share some of my own personal stories. I don't like to take up too much of my time saying it here. I'm going to share some of my own personal stories, and I'd really love it if people would join me, and you can probably share yours as well, and we can have a conversation. Now, because it is going to be a bit personal, it won't be up on YouTube for long. Again, just like how the luminaries support you for the month, I'll do it for 48 hours on YouTube, and then it will be available on Patreon, because I will be sharing some personal things, you know, probably not too, yeah, some personal things, just what's happening in my life, just being a bit open, being a bit vulnerable. And I would also like people, if you'd like to share your stories. So because of that, it will be available on Patreon. So I'd like to at least do this monthly, where we go over it, or it could be a little bit more if I feel like, oh wow, that's been a big impact. And then of course it will be available on my Patreon, donation based. £4 is the lowest one a month, will be available, and we can just talk, you know, and actually see how these are impacting, these technologies are truly impacting us. So do feel free to join me. But let's get into this clarity. So can we clarify, please, this Scutum energy, this inner child? Can we clarify all of that jazz? Oh, we've got the Magician. We've got the Magician as the first card. Yes. So that's wild. We've got just magic energy here, but it's also knowing that, look at the butterfly, it's transformation, it's inner wisdom with the eye. Yeah, sometimes I don't pay too much attention to the actual pictures, you know. Just read the words, but looking at the pictures, interesting. But it's also knowing that you don't have all the answers, and that's wisdom. And that came up for me before when I just delved even more deeper into my mentor. Waters Above, do check him out because he's cool. My mental stuff, and it just brought so much more clarity to me. So we've got the Magician coming up with our inner child. Oh, I'm getting a bit tongue-tied. Can you clarify this, Magician? I can't do this. Why can't I shuffle? Can we clarify this Magician card with our inner child? I'm standing up boldly. Oh, you had the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords in reverse, though. Interesting. Can you clarify that Ten of Swords? Oh, we've had the Devil in reverse. So no illusions or trickery coming out. That came up before, you know. Was it the last video? One more clarity, please. What we need for our inner child being protected. Knight of Wands. So, do I want one more? I'm feeling one more, you know. So we'll do it. One more to clarify all of this jazz. All of this jazz. Oh, we've got the Ace of Swords. What was underneath it? Interesting. So we've got the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Swords was in reverse at the back. And we've also got the Eight of Wands at the top of the deck. And the Chariot underneath. So, quick movements I'm seeing coming in. That was in reverse. Two of Swords. Can you see that? So we've got... I'm seeing messages coming in because there's sword energy and it's coming in quite quick. There's no illusions with these messages. But we do have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So, let's read the swords. There's a lot of swords energy. Why? Didn't I not say I'm feeling something's coming in quick? Mercury, messages. And again, we're getting the Eight of Wands. So messages coming in. Chariot underneath that. Can you see? It's right at the bottom of the video, so I hope you lot can see. But the Chariot was underneath it. So again, it's like confirming to me quickness coming in. But let's read all of the swords. So, oh gosh, Ten of Swords came up in reverse. But Ten of Swords is enlightenment, martyrdom, turning point, exaggerated self-pity, feeling like life can't get any worse, darkest moment before the dawn. I feel we've passed our darkest moment before the dawn. You're not needing to be a martyr anymore. So we've already passed our darkest moment, people. We're not a martyr anymore. I guess we've already got the enlightenment necessary at this point, because our emotions have already gone through its Cetus watery dip. It's in Aries right now, so we're already in this newness. There's no exaggeration of self-pity. You're not feeling like life can't get any worse, because we've already passed the turning point. We've passed the turning point. 1-1 portal. And I'm sure at the beginning, when I was doing my numerology, I was like, I feel this 11-11 portal is coming in more about the middle to the end of February. And I'm definitely seeing that again in alignment with my own life. And I will talk more about that on Saturday, because I've just been noticing things. So do join me for the live on Saturday, or definitely catch the replay. And it will be available for 48 hours before it's on Patreon. But the martyrdom has ended. We've got the Two of Swords in reverse as well, and the Eight of Swords upright. So Two of Swords is about being blind to the truth, denial, blocking your feelings, being unavailable, putting up barriers, pretending one thing but feeling another. We're not in that energy, so we're not blind to the truth. There's no denial coming up now. Your feelings aren't blocked. The feeling is not blocked. What you want for your inner child is being protected. There's no blocked feelings. You're not unavailable. No putting up barriers and saying one thing or feeling another. There's no denial, no blockness, because we've already passed the turning point. We've already passed our darkest of days. And then, of course, we've got the Ace of Swords. So that is, can you see? Clarity, honesty, objectivity, resolving a problem, facing facts, knowing the way forward, cutting through illusions, and analyzing your motives. So we're cutting through all illusions because we've got the Devil in reverse right here. Yeah, we're cutting through every single illusion. There's clarity, there's honesty. Problems, if you've been facing things, are being resolved this cycle. Because as I said, the turning point has already happened. There's no denial. You're not being blind to any truths at this moment. So we're going to get into the wands and then the major arcanas. So I need to wee. So we've got the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands came up. Knight of Wands came up first, but we've got impetuous, foolhardy, adventurous, gift of the brag, charming or insensitive, seductive, lustful, accomplished, exaggerates, rogue. Pardon me. Confirmation but for rogue. So what I'm kind of seeing here is more so accomplishment and adventure. That's what I'm seeing. This accomplishment and venture. You may be just like excited to talk about it, bragging a little bit, just like, oh, yeah. Obviously, there's seduction here. So love, or a bit of romance may come through. That could be a message coming through. A little bit of romance there. But yeah, I'm seeing accomplishments as we're cutting through all illusions. We're not blind to anything. We've passed the pivot point. We're accomplishing things. We may be just a little bit braggy. And then, of course, we've got the Eight of Wands. So that is news, quick developments, making intentions clear, everything up in the air, sorting out priorities and finishing off unfinished business. So quickness, again with the Chariot, quickness I'm seeing coming in about the illusions you're cutting through and what's becoming clear. What is becoming clear with the Leo full moon? It's becoming very clear. Wild. Very clear. And you're confident in it. It's super clear. All around what your deep inner goals and visions are. And of course, we've got the Devil in reverse. So there's no illusions. There's no deception happening at this time. You're not being tricked. You're not being misguided or anything of the nature. No, you're not. Because obviously it's going to be fully clear and fully illuminated. Cutting through everything. We've passed the pivot point. We're accomplishing things. Someone may come in quite boldly, quick news messages. Someone might come in boldly with this one, or you may come in boldly to someone else's life. If there was illusions that came up with an individual potentially, all illusions are cutting through. You've passed the pivot point in that potential relationship. So I'm just linking that to like life and relationships as well. But then of course we've got the Magician. So in all of this, you're cutting through illusions, and there are no illusions. You've passed your darkest of day, so you're not blind to any truth anymore. Things are coming in quickly. You've got the magic. You have the magic to do it, but don't be fooled of thinking you know all the answer, and that is part of wisdom. It's part of the magic. Do what you need to do, but when it comes to your inner child, that goal, that vision, that unique idea that will help bring out the inner child is being fully protected at this moment in time. When it comes to your dreams and visions, you've passed your darkest days. You've passed them. You're not in it anymore. And again, this is wild because this did come out upright. Like last year, ending of last year, it came out and it's just like, these were the darker days. But it's flipped now. It's flipped and things are coming in quicker. Things are coming in quicker. Do let me know if that resonates, if you feel like you feel these movements and changes happening within your body, within your life. Do let me know, and we'll come back to the present moment, because the present moment is all that matters. Take a deep breath. And exhale. So, in the present moment, right now, should write with orange. So in the present moment, we have our first quarter moon coming up tomorrow. So keep that in mind. We do have our first quarter moon coming up. Leave that there. First Q moon. So we're moving from this logical, rational more into the illuminated side, just trusting, or our emotions are moving us more based on how we feel and our intuition. So if you feel like, I need to message that person, that may come up. And of course today, and I know this, the moon right now is in Aries. So I'm fasting today until tomorrow. I started yesterday because when the moon is in your sun sign, it's a good time to fast, to raise up what? The chrism oil, that Christ consciousness, whatever you subscribe to. So I'm doing that right now. So I'm proud of myself. I'm proud. So yeah, the moon being in Aries though, it may have sparked up your emotions in this new fresh way, and I'd like to share that on my live on Saturday, so do stick around, join me then. Because I do want to bring that up. It was just interesting how life happened yesterday, and I'm just super grateful, and I do feel this new spark of life that has come in. And of course the moon is going to be there till tomorrow, so if that hasn't happened to you yet or in any way, it could come up where you feel like, oh yeah, this new fire flame, this new spark within you. Yeah, do keep that in mind. And of course we do have Venus entering Capricorn tomorrow, and of course Mars is already in Capricorn. Now I have done my last video, I spoke about this, but I spoke about it more on my live, so do check that out. But it is, of course, the whole conjunction in a nutshell. In a nutshell, when it comes to the deepest luminary, Pluto, that is all about death and transformation to bring you to the version you're ready to be. It's all about setting these solid foundations. So when it's come into your drive and your passion and how you want to use your six senses, Venus, when it comes to that, it's transforming right now based on the stability for the long-term goal. But definitely do check out the live. I went into deep detail then. I'll link it, but it's literally just the last live that I done, so you can find it on my channel. Do let me know if this resonated or not. If you liked my synchronizations of things, do let me know. Of course, grab yourself a calendar. There is a discount. Treat yourself. And this one, though it does finish in March, it's still amazing to learn from, backdate, backtest. There's digital copies as well. So you can grab that. There's one discrepancy in the physical one though, but of course I couldn't order anymore, but the digital is up to date. So do grab that, and grab a reading if you would like one in alignment with the sky. And yeah, join me for my lives and see me on Patreon. And of course, check out my Crypto Angles podcast. But if this resonated with you at all, please give a like on the video, comment, let me know, or at least definitely a like. Thank you for joining me and sticking around to this point. Almost 50 minutes on the clock. But with that being said, I'll catch you on my live on Saturday. And if not, for the next video or for crypto. But yeah, Angel out. Bye. Kisses.